Hey guys, welcome to One Simple Play, a series of videos that I've put together to talk a little bit more about offensive concepts for youth tackle football. When I say youth, I mean ages 8 through 11 roughly, 3rd through 6th grade. And to date, I've really talked a lot about formations and plays and schemes and things like that, but today I'm going to talk about something that has really nothing to do with anything on this board here. What I want to talk about today is snap count, all right? And I'll just come out and say it, I prefer going on one all the time, if possible. And that's probably not a secret if you've coached against us and really thought about it. We really like going on one. I am not so stubborn to say, though, and to acknowledge that there's times when going on 2 or maybe 3 makes a lot of sense. When the other team's really got their ears pinned back and they're coming after you and they've got you timed up and they're really taking it to you, you can slow them down, go on 2 or 3 sometimes, okay? But I'd prefer to keep it simple and go on 1, all right? And I'll explain why. First of all, starting with practice, okay? These first few weeks of practice that we've got going, we need to teach kids how to run plays. We need to teach them formations, where to go, how to block, the techniques of everything that they're doing. I would rather do that in a situation where they're not also having to remember a snap count. It removes one thing that they have to think about. So while we're working on installation, we're only going to go on 1, all right? And that's when we're running indies, when we're going on air, but also then when we're going against a scout defense, when we're working that, okay? I would much rather focus on correcting mistakes or even making other teaching points about what the kids are doing, rather than everybody getting frustrated on the one kid who jumps offside, whether it be offense or defense, and slowing up and breaking the rhythm of that installation period. Okay, getting those free 5 yards at a time can make a lot of sense and make a big difference as you go on at certain points during the game. So there's absolutely merit for doing it. If you want to do that, go ahead and incorporate that over the course of the year. Again, it's good to do that as an offense, to have that in your back pocket when you need it. But also, though, your kids need to learn it when they're playing defense too. I mean, obviously in youth football, everybody's playing both ways. So the kids who play defense the majority of the time also need to know to stay disciplined and not jump on 2 or 3, to watch the ball and to not just go on sound. Okay, so again, it does make sense to work on that. I would suggest, though, for the defensive aspect of it, that your time is better spent doing it when you are doing dynamic warm-ups, right? Let's say you get the kids in a 3-point stance and they do a 10-yard sprint. Work on snap counts at that point. When you've got defensive linemen doing indies, work on going on the snap and not the count when you're doing defensive indies, okay? Again, though, man, I know how much my kids make fun of me. I've loved being a scout team offensive quarterback for the last 7 or 8 years. There's pretty much nothing I enjoy more than that. And I know that when I come back to the huddle and we're drawing up our opponent's plays that we're running for our first team D, we'll always have kids saying, hey, let's go on 2, let's go on 3. And when they can keep it together and not jump and see our regular D jump, they get super excited. Okay, so I get it. I get the appeal from both the tactical reason and from an excitement reason for your kids being able to do that and keep their composure. Okay, but at the end of the day, while you're learning your plays, at least those first couple weeks of the season, during fall camp, if you want to call it that, summer camp, maybe even through your scrimmage, just go on 1. Teach the kids how to learn the plays first. That's more important than teaching them how to count. Okay. So again, you can agree with me. You just certainly don't have to. Appreciate your thoughts. Leave them in the comments below, or shoot me an email at scott_tappa@hotmail.com. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do so. We've got a lot of good youth football coaching ideas, clinic presentations from coaches around the state of Wisconsin, game film, all sorts of stuff. So we're doing everything we can to help make the sport of youth football as good as it can be, and looking forward to hearing your thoughts and what you guys do. Thanks for watching.